I was an overachiever with the potential to make straight A's. Yet, if I wasn't winning, I felt like such a loser. There was a time I wanted to be an architect and I was studying for several licensing exams and trying to get into a serious relationship. But the relationship didn't take off and I got laid off from work. Then a teacher told me how to put my bachelor's degree to good use. So, and this teacher has been recognized throughout the community over the years. And he inspired me to go into teaching. That teacher is none other than Daniel Osaseri. I used to think teaching was easy. It is not. It is challenging, yet very rewarding. He helped all his children get through college. I saw him as kids greeted him in the community, students that he subbed for, or perhaps that he taught Algebra 1 or even Calculus 2. He helped me use my bachelor's degree in architecture to go into teaching special education. The closest thing to architecture was art or math. Since there was a high need for math and special ed teachers, I went into this route, and he encouraged me to help me over. And during that time, when I wanted to quit, he taught me how to be a good substitute teacher. Algebraically, he tutored me when I would use the teacher's test prep to study for the CSAT Math 1 and 2 exams by teaching me test-taking strategies and mathematical tricks, and I finally passed after the 6th or 7th time. When I got into the classroom as a student teacher, I finished and finally obtained my education special ed credential in 2017, and it was a breath of fresh air. I'm telling you, but he was so excited. You would have thought he was getting the credential and not me. You would have thought he was getting the credential, not me. It has been said that we're the architects of our lives, and I wanted to make that the driving force in my classroom. There's a Jewish proverb to remind my students of the self-fulfilling prophecy that death and life are in the power of the tongue. I want them to speak life over themselves, and so that they can build our community, building buildings while building lives one day at a time, be it even within the confines of our classroom, so that they too can speak life to their lives and see themselves grow and flourish into young scholars that I know that they can become. My passion is that I'll be so enthusiastic without being manic, but yet down to earth without being depressed or lethargic. I used to want to be an architect, and my motto was building buildings while building lives one day at a time. Then in the 2007-2008 economic crisis, when that hit, it sent nearly half the architects, along with myself, to the unemployment office. So that's why I had to put my bachelor's degree to some good use and start subbing. The type of teacher I want to be, though, is one who's disciplined, yet knows how to have fun. And the kind of effect I want to have for my children in our classroom is one in which when they step into the classroom, they really feel at ease. They feel part of a family or community. If I set clear boundaries, infused with a sense of humor, and encourage them to persevere the way my dad did and the way I've done for many students with special needs, then I'll be able to also do this for my students in the gen ed setting as well. I long to have the tenacity to come to work each day, encouraging my students to be the best version of themselves so that they too can expand their scholarly minds. I really want to evoke a spirit of perseverance, to be able to persevere throughout life's difficulties, be they circumstances and situations that we face on a day-to-day basis, or simply a mathematical algebraic algorithm.